Hello there, I'm Lucy Lee, a member of the New England Landscape Futures team based out of Harvard Forest. Today I'm going to introduce and highlight the main features of the New England Landscape Futures or NELF Explorer. The NELF Explorer is an online map of land use in New England. The tool uses 5 scenarios, including a business as usual scenario and 4 plausible alternatives to help you explore future land use and the impacts of land use choices on natural resources. By the end of this video, you will be able to navigate and interpret the NELF Explorer to better understand how future land uses could impact the places that matter to you. To access the NELF Explorer, I'm going to use any web browser except Internet Explorer and type the web address newenglandlandscapes.org. From the welcome page, we can select one of 3 options to continue. Let's skip to the maps. When we skip to the maps, we have this initial view of New England with 2 maps, each representing a different scenario separated by a slider. The colors in the maps represent the land uses shown in the legend in the top right corner. The default view is recent trends in 2010 on the left and connected communities in 2060 on the right. To learn more about the scenarios, click About the Futures Scenarios. To change the scenarios, click Change Scenarios. I can select any combination of the 5 scenarios to view in the maps by clicking a scenario name on the left scenario selector and the right scenario selector. I will change the right scenario to Yankee Cosmopolitan. We can set both scenarios to any decade between 2010 and 2060. And since I'm comparing 2 different scenarios, I'll set them both to 2060. Now that I have my scenario map set up, I can explore. Do you notice anything? I see more dark green and red in Yankee Cosmopolitan and more light green with recent trends. This means that in a Yankee Cosmopolitan future, there's more development and conservation compared to a future of continuing with recent trends. To dig further into those color changes, I click Explore Areas. From the drop-down menu that appears, I can choose from several types of areas, such as municipalities. After I click, the outlines of all the towns and cities fill the map, and we can select the one that interests us. When we click a polygon on the map, a new section of the Explorer appears. On the left, charts show land use over time for that area, Lancaster, in each scenario. When we hover over a decade in the chart, we can view the acres of each land use and confirm what we interpreted visually, that there is more development and conserved forest in a Yankee Cosmopolitan future compared to recent trends. The right side of this section goes a step further by describing where development and conservation occurs. From the drop-down menu in this section, we can choose areas such as flood zones, prime farmlands, wildlife habitat, and wetlands, and see how they are affected by the scenarios. I will choose prime farmlands. The impacts comparison compares the right scenario, Yankee Cosmopolitan, to the left scenario, recent trends. So when we see that conserved forest land increases and developed land increases in prime farmlands in Lancaster, that means that Lancaster's prime farmlands are developed and conserved more in a Yankee Cosmopolitan scenario compared to recent trends. Knowing this, can you think of how options for food production in Lancaster might be different in the future under each scenario? By exploring the different impact areas and scenarios, you can think about how land use patterns might affect local ecosystem services. If you experience any difficulties with the NELF Explorer, please let us know by clicking the exclamation point button located on the navigation bar. The open message button in the middle takes you to a more open-ended feedback survey. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And the question mark takes you to a story map and other supporting resources. With these tools, you can get started using the NELF Explorer for planning, management, conservation, and simply learning more about the places you care about by considering how land use decisions we make today could affect them in the future. There's one last thing. If you want to erase the polygons from the map, you click Start Over, which takes you back to square one. Here too, we can access the story map or skip to the maps again. I'll leave the activity for you to discover when you visit the NELF Explorer at newenglandlandscapes.org.